Much to the dismay of many, Suzuki have confirmed that they will not be bringing their much anticipated new Jimny to the Irish market, unfortunately. Instead, they've given us this, an updated version of their best-selling Vitara. But that's not to make it sound like a consolation prize, because this 2019 update has been a very impressive one. The compact crossover first arrived to a much less crowded segment in 2015, and this timely update should help it compete against newer rivals like the Volkswagen T-Cross and Kia Stonic. Now, save for a few minor tweaks to lights and bumpers, there's been no wild redesign in terms of exterior styling, but a new range of engines and a better quality interior add a much needed bit of polish to what has always been a very appealing package. But first, let's see what it has to offer in terms of practicality. The boot measures in at 375 litres, which is about average for the class and on par with the likes of the Renault Captur and Volkswagen T-Cross. It's a very practical shape with a good wide opening, there's no load lip, and it's nice and high off the ground too, which means you won't have to bend too much to load it. You've also got some clever hidden storage which you could use to hide valuables. You've got a couple of shopping bag hooks and back seats that fold reasonably flat too. As for the back, again, space-wise it feels very typical for a compact crossover. Legroom is decent, headroom is actually very good, and these nice big windows makes it feel nice and bright and airy back here. Now, middle seat comfort will be hampered by this big hump in the floor and the fact that this central storage unit does come back quite far. As well as that, there's no air vents, no USB ports and no centre armrest. So it's not exactly a luxurious backseat experience, but the basics are right. You've got two sets of Isofix anchors for child seats, and the extra bit of height and wide opening rear doors makes it quite easy to get those in and out too. In more good news for families, there's also been huge improvements made in the way of safety features, with things like lane departure warning and prevention, blind spot monitoring and traffic sign recognition now available, some of which have never been seen on a Suzuki before, making the new Vitara their most technologically advanced model to date. And there have been strides made in the right direction in the cabin too. Now, it is still a bit basic in here, but you need to remember that the price reflects that. It does also have a very solid and durable feel to it, as well as being very easy to find your way around. It now even gets a soft-ish dashboard, a new seat design, there's a semi-digital colour display for the instrument cluster, and some models get a driver's armrest. Infotainment is taken care of by this touchscreen in the centre here, which might not be the most mind-blowing in terms of graphics, but again is very simple to operate with a nice cheery colour scheme and with plenty of functionality. The range starts at about €21,000 with the entry-level SZ4, and that comes very generously equipped with 16-inch alloy wheels, LED lights, aircon, cruise control and Bluetooth. But this SZT is the sweet spot of the range if you ask me, because it adds 17-inch alloy wheels, privacy glass, sat-nav, a reversing camera, parking sensors and smartphone connectivity including Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And this trim will probably be the best seller because when combined with the 1-litre booster jet petrol engine, it does offer exceptionally good value for money at about €23,000, or 24 if you decide to go for a bitone roof like this one. At the top of the range then is the SZ5, which adds some further bells and whistles like a panoramic glass sunroof, suede upholstery, automatic lights and wipers and keyless go. But that comes in at closer to €27,000 because it only comes paired with the higher powered 1.4-litre petrol engine. Like many of its Japanese counterparts this year, Suzuki have decided to scrap diesel altogether for the Vitara. And the choice now lies between this 1-litre booster jet and the pokey 140 HP 1.4-litre, which was previously only an option on the top spec model but is now available further down the range if you're after a bit more power. But for city driving and the day-to-day stuff, this 1-litre turbo is pretty much all the car you'll ever need. And that booster jet engine is fantastic. It feels and sounds really, really refined for a 3-cylinder, and it has 111 HP, making it more powerful than many of the VW Group's entry-level 1-litres. It should also be pretty reasonable to run with a WLTP tested fuel economy figure of 6.8 litres per 100 kilometres, or 42 miles to the gallon in old money, and the current annual motor tax bill is €270. Now, in terms of handling, it's a bit of a mixed bag. It's great in some ways in that it is a very, very involving drive. The steering, for example, isn't the most direct, so it does require a bit more input from you. And it is a bit rough around the edges in other areas too. The suspension, for example, can get a bit bouncy. It can get a little bit rolly on corners. But to be honest, the fact that it's not super polished actually makes it feel a bit more fun. And it's just got that great, solid, go anywhere Suzuki feel to it. Plus, you know that you're going to get many, many years of fuss and hassle-free motoring. And that's all a lot of people want from a car. The Vitara is not a perfect car, but it is a very honest one, and all the bells and whistles on this latest model do make for a very compelling case against its slightly posher but much pricier rivals. If you're in the market for a compact crossover, this should absolutely be on your shopping list, and near the top of it too, if you ask me. Do let us know what you think in the comments section below. Would you have a Vitara over the likes of a Volkswagen T-Cross or a Hyundai Kona? Like and share if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to hit subscribe while you're here to stay up to date with all the latest cars to hit the market.